Hello my friends, and I am making a long needed video of an explanation on my newest project, which is my forever scarf, which is what I'm deeming it as, because it's going to go on and on and on. So I started on January 3rd, but it didn't really expand until January 4th because I had to keep redoing it because bad decisions at that point. But since then, I have done 3 skeins and I'm working on my 4th, which I'll show you in a second. But I also want to show you guys the basis of what my scarf is on. So I decided to do it because my coworker at the library was knitting up something that looked an awfully lot like a really big fat scarf. And it got me down the rabbit hole of, hey, what's the longest scarf ever made? Which in crochet world is 981 feet. And in knitting world, I believe was 17 miles. There was a really big number, and that one stuck to me more. So, what's even more funny is she actually gave me said scarf. Yes, she knitted this, so it's a knitted scarf, but I crochet, so. But it is so nice and soft. I'm pretty sure it's Sweet Snuggles Light, but yeah. So that got me on my journey to do the longest scarf. I have 3 skeins done, and I do have a short of me rolling it down the hall and measuring it. I'm pretty sure I got the end measurement, which is 176 inches or 4.8 feet. And yeah, so there's 2 skeins of the gray and 1 skein of this, which is, I believe, Icelandic. The gray is gray speckles. I can't remember the full name. And I'm working on the 3rd skein right now. And it's like a little party. I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm having so much fun with this one. The first skein I did in half double and herringbone half double. The second skein and the 3rd skein I did in just normal double crochet. This one I am doing the moss stitch, which surprisingly I was able to gauge up to match with the current thickness of the scarf here, but still keeping it in the multiples of 2, because I have 35 stitches long on all 3 of these skeins. So yeah. Anyway, the first skein I had actually did a crochet and slip stitch. I'm not sure if I can show you. It is pretty long. All right, so you can tell the difference. So there's my herringbone, or not my herringbone. The herringbone is actually further up because I just gave up after a little bit. It is good to practice, and I should have kept practicing, but half double is far quicker than the herringbone. So I finished off with the half double. But as I went in and I did my double crochet, then I did a slip stitch, double crochet, slip stitch, double crochet, slip stitch, all the way across, and it wasn't so bad. So I had planned to do that with the 3rd skein, attaching it to the 2nd skein. Unfortunately, when I was going to do that, it was basically where I started, so it was my foundation, and I just couldn't get it to where it looked as nice as my first one. So I just did a nice little whip stitch, and it works perfectly fine. It's nice and attached and seamless, and it's not all bumpy like it was when I was trying to slip stitch into it. I don't know what happened. Anyway, it's yeah, it's gotten pretty long so far. And I hope to continue on with this project. It is a big project. I don't expect it to end anytime soon within this or next year or even the year after, because at this point my goal is 1 mile. And if I make that mile, I do want to make another mile and another mile. I want to make it so that it's bigger than even the biggest knitted scarf. However, I'm not going to be on the Guinness Book of World Records just because I don't like paperwork. So this is more of a personal challenge, and I really hope you guys enjoy my journey through it. I will try my best to do more updates. A lot of them will be shorts because it really is a shorts. But I'll try to do some vlogging and stuff like my experience in all of this. Someone did ask me how that I weaved in the ends, and this next time when I attach my party colors to my third skein, I will show how I do the, well, I actually have a showing of how I did the whip stitch, and I will do a visual of how I weave in my ends. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I will remember to record it. I could not record me doing it yesterday because I weaved in my ends while I was working, and there's no reason for me to record at the library while I'm working. So I hope you guys are staying safe with all this weather going on. It's quiet right now, snowing a little bit, but I've got my crochet with me, so I'm gonna have fun with it. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you guys soon.